Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello.
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 Welcome to, what is this thing called? I nearly said the Bald Explorer then, but it's not the Bald Explorer, is it?
It's the Vobes show
The
now.
Vobes show. We've changed it. Why did we change it? It's your fault. No, it wasn't your fault. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vobes show live. We are live from Worthing in West Sussex. Oh, hello.
I did tell it to be quiet, but
Did
it
you?
didn't listen to me, obviously.
She's got the little phone there going so that in case there's any technical issues, you can call in and tell us to get off. But otherwise...
More importantly, I'm sharing to group.
Oh, you're sharing to the group. So that anybody on the group who happens to come along, they will know exactly what we're doing. So this is the Vobes show, ladies and gentlemen, the new incarnation of Milk, of the Bald Explorer Live. And all this week we'll be broadcasting from the Bald Explorer Live page. But from after Saturday, which makes it Monday, doesn't it?
Yes.
The next one will be on the Vobes Show Facebook page. So if you're not on the Facebook page of the Vobes, do you have to like the page, don't you, to get notified? I never quite know how Facebook... You're the Facebook guru.
Hardly.
Well, you're hardly off it.
Yeah, no, that's not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm almost always on it. Yes, I'm addicted.
Yeah, well, there you are. So you're but, you know, hide the addiction by being a guru.
Yes, I'm a guru.
There we are. She says she's a guru, and she's got that sort of guru face.
Just got to work on the
guru
confidence
bit.
there.
Yeah, and the expertise. That would be good
Thanks.
too. No, well, you've got the patise. You just need the X. So anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if there's anybody actually out there in the world of you know where. So welcome everybody. We do seem to have a few people there. You're a bit prompt today, says Steve Pilfold. Well, Steve, it's interesting you should say that because we were having a debate.
Yes.
About time.
Yes.
And what was the debate?
I can't remember now.
Your clock on your phone.
We're saying 1 minute ahead of yours,
Yes.
your phone and your
My
laptop.
my laptop and my phone are in perfect synchronicity, and as a result, I thought we were on time, but Her Majesty here, the High Queen of Faff. What was it you call yourself?
Yeah, High Queen of Faff.
There we go. She thought we were late, so we're now early, too early, twirly as they say in the business.
Twirly.
Are you twirly? Give us a twirly.
I'm rarely twirly, so I'm going
rarely-
to enjoy it.
Oh my, yeah, that's true. She's really twirly. Anyway, never mind all that nonsense. We are here. We're live. It's the Vobes show. We're here at your disposal. So you can run away at any moment, which is very nice. Nice to see everybody there. We've got Anne Osborne. We have Nikki Jess, Mark Selwood, Anne Osborne again. So there's two Annes out there, which is interesting. Andy Ash, Tom Crawford, many others. Now, interestingly, I put a whole load of topics in the thing on the comments, and
Thing
now
on the Ujima, what?
yeah, but all the topics now are hogging my screen. So I shouldn't really have put all those topics in there because now it's hogging all my comments and there's not much I can do. I can't scroll.
Well,
I'm getting even less space.
if I do
Can
this,
Oh yeah.
you can kind of see those ones.
Yeah, what we need, ladies and gentlemen, is a little rest, don't we? Will it rest here? Oh no, because then I can't see the other thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no,
we're just...
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are live. I've said that a few times, but that's just proof that
I'm going to check again.
this
Yep,
is...
I'm still alive. I'm
Penny
alive.
Histed. Hello, Penny Histed. If that's how you... Histed? Is that how you pronounce your name? Very nice to see you. Disposal. At your disposal. She's questioning. Disposal? Yes, you press the big button. Have you not got the big button on your... whatever it is that you're watching? There's a big button to sort of make Julia suddenly go flying in the air. It's like the ejector seat. And there's another button there that makes me go down a bit like in...
Oh, no, trapdoor opens up and... Phoom,
yeah, Dr. Evil. You know the
yes,
Dr.
yes.
Evil where they
fall
go
down. You fall
flying
down
back.
into the tank of sharks or something?
No, the fire one.
Oh, the fire
the
one.
fire goes up.
Okay.
You know the one I mean?
No.
There is a tank. No, anyway, it doesn't really matter. Twirl is now topics. Oh, yes, they are, aren't they? That's very true. So anyway, here we are. Now, we've got a list of things to talk about. So, Julia, dearest Julia.
Richard, dearest Richard.
What is our number one on our topic list to talk about in the Vobes show tonight that you guys might have something to say about?
Tonight, the first topic on our list
Yes.
is when did you last go on a picnic?
Oh, when did you last get... No, so when... And... Oh, I beg your pardon.
And what did you take?
Oh, and what did I take? Well, I didn't take the old grandmother, or the mother-in-law, or any of those. No mother-in-law jokes coming up. What did I take on a picnic? That's an interesting question. I can't remember. When you say a picnic, I have actually got a picnic basket, which is so stupid because it's upstairs and I can't get to it unless I leave you...
upstairs in the loft?
No, upstairs in my boudoir.
Oh.
You haven't seen my boudoir. Well, in my boudoir, funny enough, Georgie bought this lovely picnic basket, and it's got a flap here and a flap there, and you put stuff into it and you hold it up. It's all very flappy. Don't look at me like I'm a complete prune. It's true.
I'm not. I'm just trying not to cough
okay.
in your face.
Oh, right. So I'm just trying to think. The last time, well, you see, would you count a picnic sitting in your car waiting for your client, munching a sandwich from a Tesco's Express?
No.
No, right, fair enough. Well, I've done that a few times. See, there was this client once, and I was sitting in the car opposite this Tesco's. Oh no, that's not so interesting, is it? The last time the last time I went for a picnic. Yeah, tell us about that.
It was a couple of weeks ago. It was a last-minute sudden thought, and it was just to the beach on the way home from the school run. And it wasn't my usual sort of picnic.
What did you take?
I've never had a hamper or anything like that.
Have you not?
I usually would take the cool bag lunchbox type things.
How cool is that bag?
Well, it's not that cool when you've got like 3 of them. There's only 2 of you.
Why have you got 3 bags for 2 people?
Because I have to have all the fruit and nuts and stuff in separate.
How much were you eating? You pig.
Well, that day it wasn't the usual picnic. It was just one little cool bag, and it was just like penguin bars and Kit Kat and an apple.
Oh,
I remember there was an apple each.
Oh, right, apple.
Yeah,
something healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm interested to know from your point of view, when was the last time you went on a picnic, and what did you take? What do you take on a picnic? Are you somebody who gets out the old rug? You know the old rug thing?
Oh, I do like a good old picnic rug.
It's nice to get the old rug out. I mean, I used to wear a rug, but I don't bother with that because it looks so stupid. So I take the rug off, I lay it out. I don't because I haven't done this. But you see people do that, don't they? And they're always sort of tartan. Why is it that picnic rugs are always tartan? Mark Selwood says fruit and nut. Everyone loves a fruit cake. Well, you've got 2 of them here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There we go again. Fruit and nut. Oh, here's Kit Kat. Everyone's enjoying the brand names there. I can't watch on my laptop, says Linda Kane. I'm so sorry about peanut butter bagels. Peanut butter bagels?
Never tried peanut butter in bagels?
No. They're a must, apparently. They are a must, as is mustard. That is something else that is a must if you shorten the vowel sounds. Anyway, the ideal picnic, the picnic that I would think would be ideal, would be going up onto some, nice little ledge on a mountain top somewhere. A nice warm mountain, not a cold one, right? Picture this, if you will. Picture it. So there you are on it. You've gone up this. Perhaps there's a cable car to get up there, so you haven't got to do all that walking business. Although we do like walking, don't we?
You're not asking for much, are you?
No. To get off the cable car, private cable car.
Oh, yeah.
There you are, my man. Thank you so much. And then obviously the butler and the maid carry all the stuff, and then the maid throws out the...
What, you don't have a pack horse?
No, I don't.
Oh, goodness me.
Goodness me, I haven't got a pack horse. No, I was hoping that you would take it all. See, I was thinking if it was us doing a picnic, that would be it. You'd have the maid and the butler.
The maid and the butler.
The maid and the butler. Oh, that's me all rolled into one, is it? And you're the pack horse.
I said, okay, yeah, you'll have to be the maid and butler if I'm going to be the pack horse.
So I would go, Mom, curtsy, Mom, curtsy again, because they always curtsy twice, don't they? Where would you like, Mom? Where would you like the
Over there.
Right home. They don't touch their forelocks, do they? Have they got 4 locks?
No.
They've only got 1 lock. Anyway. Not like the Morlocks from H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. They've got locks all over the place. Although quite why they put the keys, I don't know. Anyway, enough of this gay banter. The point is, a rug and a nice basket, a hamper, as you say, a bit of champagne, a bit of caviar. Everybody loves a bit of that. Although I don't like caviar, and I'm not that keen on champagne because it's too bubbly and goes up your nozzle, and it's very expensive. So what is your ideal picnic food? What is your ideal picnic stuff?
So we got...
What have we got?
We've got...
Gingham picnic blanket. There, gingham. Yes, gingham.
Yes.
So I said tartan because I was thinking of going up on the Scottish Highland Hills.
No.
But gingham is good.
Isn't gingham the blue and white checkered?
Yeah.
Or red?
Yeah, red or... Because you remember you used to go to school and kids... I always used to think that was funny. Boys and girls would go to school and have their blouses and things. And I always thought, why are you wearing a tablecloth? Because tablecloths, you have always a gingham... there used to be... Now, wait, this is interesting. Not to anybody else but myself. But there used to be, ladies and gentlemen... No, really, don't frown at me. I'm not talking to you, talking to them.
For a change.
For a change. There used to be the Gingham Kitchen in Doncaster. If anyone's been to Doncaster, it was just down the road from the theatre when I was doing panto many, many years ago. Oh, yes, I was. Oh, no, you wasn't. Oh, yes, oh, no, you wasn't. Oh, yes, I was. Oh, well, I did. Anyway, there was the Gingham Kitchen, and they had gingham tablecloths in. And I don't know how we got on to... Oh, it's your fault. Whoever said gingham, right. It's your fault. Who said gingham, anyway?
So, pic-nic.
Yes,
foods.
Sorry, pic-nic foods.
Jane Ainsley says cold homemade chicken pie, salad and potato salad.
Homemade chicken? How do you make a homemade... You've got to get an egg and hatch it.
Homemade chicken pie.
Oh, chicken pie.
Chicken pie.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Bags of seafood, olives, feta and red wine, eggy sarnie.
What is feta?
Egg sandwiches. Feta, it's Greek cheese.
Oh, yes, of course it's Greek cheese. Yes, of course, I knew that. Just testing.
Another potato salad there.
Another potato salad. That's it. Cheese and apple is good with a wedge of bread, says Mick Barnes. With a wedge of... Yeah, cheese and apple, did you say? I just read that and didn't really think about what I'd... Cheese and apple with a wedge of...
That's good. Cheese and apple, yeah.
Is it?
I like them diced in together.
In together?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never tried that.
It's good. Great snack.
Oh, great. Okay.
Oh, especially because the cheese negates the sugars in the
apple.
fruit on your teeth. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you are. I didn't know that.
Apparently.
Yeah, cheese and apple, ladies and gentlemen. That's we might come back to apple a bit later on. I like a quiche John. Do you? A nice quiche John. I don't know what a quiche John is, do you? I think he's talking to somebody called John. That may be it. That was Richard Suggett. Ploughman's roll. I like a drum roll.
Cold pizza, pickled gherkins, game pie and pims.
Penny Hister says water. Or is that straight gin? Oh, she's seen this, ladies and gentlemen. This, you spotted me having a quiet little slurp. Yes. This is not gin, ladies and gentlemen. It's not alcoholic in any shape or form. It's PLJ. You know what I mean. Actually, PLJ, I don't know if you've noticed, if you buy PLJ, I know it's been around for donkey's years, but they've changed the bottle. It's very swish now, the bottle. Very swish. I'll show you it later. The bottle, I mean. It's very swish. It's long and where it used to be sort of just ordinary, but now it's swish. Have I mentioned that? Swish?
PLJ?
PLJ. Pure lemon juice.
Oh.
But it's not pure lemon juice as in lemon juice that you squeeze yourself. It's pre-prepared. It's got some stupid calcium muck in it or something.
Calcium muck?
I don't know what it's got in it. It's got...
Don't want your calcium muck.
Yeah, no, it's probably got fluoride in. Anyway, now, ladies and gentlemen, they do like a sausage John. Yes, like a sausage John. Anyway, never mind all that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something to try. We've got something food edible. Now, we were going to have a lot more food edible stuff on the Vogue show.
Yes, we were early for a reason, because I forgot something.
Yes. We went to Middle Farm, ladies and gentlemen, earlier in the week, or earlier
Saturday.
On Saturday. Went to Middle Farm. Her Majesty here, she said, my husband and I would like to eat more healthy food. And I said, oh yeah, what, you and Charles? My husband and I prefer food straight from the farm. And I said, oh, why don't you go to a farm shop? She said, my husband and I don't like to drive ourselves to such places. I said, oh, so what you're saying is you want me to drive it? My husband and I would be very happy for you to drive us, except my husband doesn't want to go in your car because you've only got one eye. He doesn't mind me risking my life, but you...
He doesn't like getting in commoners' cars.
Yes, so
anyway,
mine is a very common car. So anyway, so I said, that's all right then. I'll take you to Middle Farm, which is on the A27, just the other side of Lewes.
Very kind of you, it was too.
Oh, it was very kind.
Very
How kind? On a scale
very,
of 1 to 10?
Oh, 9.
9. 9 point something high. Yeah, I mean, we didn't manage...
Sorry, 0.9.
Oh, 0 point... That's the last time we're going to Middle Farm. Well, instead of going to Middle Farm, next time we're going to the End Farm. You know, that's the one that's so far away. And I say, yeah, see ya. Long walk, long walk.
As long as it's not the end of the plank farm.
Oh, yes, well, that'll be coming up soon. Wagon wheels. Oh, they're still gabbling on, which is marvellous. Gabble, gabble, gabble. Anyway, the point was, we went to Middle Farm, and you were buying a whole load of stuff for your family, and you didn't buy me anything. So that was fine. No, you did actually. You bought me lunch.
Yeah.
But we didn't have lunch there. I can't remember where we had lunch.
We had lunch in Findon.
Oh, yes. At the
village house.
At the village house when we went to see Downland Michael. That's
it was
right. It was a delicious lunch. Thank you very much. And yes, thank you so much. And out of 10, that was 0.9. Yes, that's right.
Touché.
Touché, turtle, away. Away! Anyway, but what would we have had if you had remembered to bring the items here to the studio to try on the show in front of the lovely ladies and gentlemen?
We would have had a nice little fudge. Now, I know I've said it before, I don't really like fudge, but this one was a lemon meringue flavour.
Lemon meringue.
See, I can make exceptions for textures when there's certain flavours involved.
Oh, see, lemon meringue fudge. So, you don't like mushrooms, do you? No. But
I like them to look at because they're really pretty.
They are pretty little mushrooms. Pretty. But what about if that mushroom was lemon meringue mushroom?
I'm still not sure about that.
Okay. Anyway, so we haven't got that. But you also bought a drink, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. What was that? Flagons of mead, was it?
That would have been nice. They did have some really nice meads.
They did have some very nice meads.
Really tactile bottles as well.
Tactile bottles. Sorry, I'm just repeating what you
there's
say.
an echo in here.
Yes, is there an echo in here?
There's an echo.
Echo. Yeah. Yeah. So what was it?
Got ahead of me then.
Really weird. No, that's bizarre.
Really weird.
So what was the drink? For goodness' sake, spit it out.
Summer berries.
Summer berries. She did spit it out and all. Summer berries, ladies and gentlemen.
Careful what you wish for.
Yes, I know. Summer berries.
Yes.
A fruit drink.
A fruit drink.
Not a non-alcoholic fruit drink, which is what most fruit drinks are when they don't have alcohol in. I'm so sorry. I happen to have a rather sneaky public... Yes, thanks, Mark Selwood. That's very kind of you, going into the toilet humour there. I went to NASA once, says Ted Dusborough, for lunch. We had launch. You had a launch, did you? A nice launch at NASA. Lovely. Emily Champion says, have I missed the register being taken? You kind of did, actually, because we didn't do it very well because I realised I haven't got much of the screen. Meringue mushroom. Yeah, it's a new dish. It's a new Vobes dish. You can get it from one of my new cafes, or cafes, on the A1M heading north towards St Neots. I'll be opening them very soon. Yes, so anyway, we haven't got that, but what we did buy, and we were going to do this the other day and we never got round to it, what we did buy for food testing was... Shall we do it?
Go on.
This. Now, you may be going, This is a Hershey bar. The Hershey bar's kid is strong and tough, and it comes from America. Anyway, that's fair enough. It's a Hershey bar. Now, when I went to America in 2006, and then again in 2007, I tried a Hershey chocolate, and I found it was absolutely disgusting. It was the worst thing. I mean, we were quite excited. I was with two different people at two different times, but not at the same time, which is why I made that distinction. And so we had... Sorry, I'm doing all the talking, but you don't know the story, so I have to do it. No, I know that's why.
Talking.
I will keep talking. Mr. Flappy Mouth is doing...
Flap away.
Flap, flap, flip, flap, floppy.
Like a butterfly.
Like a little butterfly flying in the sky.
with wings. Anyway, Red Bull gives you
I'd hate
wings.
to fly with hooves.
Hooves!
Unless you're a Pegasus.
Pegasus. Wherefore art thou, Pegasus, with your Peggy sister? Anyway, so the point was, I tried that. It was absolutely disgusting. Then I discovered that Morrison's was selling Hershey bars, and I thought, I'm going to play a trick on you-know-who. I don't know who.
Who?
Richard Suggett.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, he's not here today, so
Poor
you're
Richard.
here today.
You can't pick on Richard,
I know,
he's not here.
No, he's bigger than me. So I thought we would try this, but you've actually tried a Hershey bar.
Yeah.
And what did you think? Yeah.
It's all right if you're craving Hershey's.
Who?
I know that sounds weird.
Who in their right mind craves Hershey's?
Well, I do occasionally.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
but it's usually only spared if I see something.
Anyway, I'm going to let you open that up, and we're going to try it again.
The last Hershey's I tried was like Hershey's Kisses.
Zoe says, my daughter loves the cookies and cream Hershey bar, and she loves it, but I can't stand any Hershey chocolate. It's rank. You're quite right, Zoe. I'm 100% with you there. It's the most rank.
Too rich, isn't it?
It's not. It's just not chocolate. I don't know what they make it out of. Probably some sort of... I mean, I've got to be careful because this is on the internet, and no doubt they'll come after me and slice me bits off. But that said, I'm a eunuch, so it doesn't really matter.
Just shove that in your
Shove that in and shut my trap. So I really... this is why I've got some PLJ on standby, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Here we go. I haven't done this since 2006. So what is that? 12 years ago. You're already eating yours.
It's gone. Almost.
I didn't know we sold it in this country. I have to say it was on the bottom shelf. So what does that say?
I'm sure it's got like a higher cocoa powder content than English.
Yeah, you
British ones.
To me, it is devoid of anything chocolatey.
There's less milk in it because it's not milk chocolate. Something like. Does anyone know?
Does anybody know? Well, I think I think they have their own factory of sworn people to secrecy, because I don't think this is chocolate at all. What do you remember that film in the 1960s? What was it called? They made it. I know that's a silly statement. Do you remember that film? Because they made more than one. Something green, alluvian green or something. It was where they were killing people off, and they were taking the bodies and they turned them into this green slab of stuff, and nobody knew. This was the whole thing. Charlton Heston was in it, and he was getting a bit suspicious because there was no old people. All the old people were being taken away to. They said they were all going off to this special retirement home. It was all going to be lovely and all the rest of it. But actually, what was happening is they were all being killed, and they were turned into food that the rest of the society was eating. What was it called? Somebody must know that.
Sounds like a thoroughly pleasant film.
It was.
You're still talking about the film, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the film, not talking about your cooking.
No, I zoned out for a bit.
You zoned out, did you?
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Oh, fair enough. Does anyone know? It was something like... Oh, yeah. So well done, Mark. Mark Solent's got it. Soylent Green. Great film. If ever you want to check it out, everyone will be going to YouTube now, seeing if they can get a download for free. Well, I have no idea. Anyway, Hershey bar... repulsive, but it's just an opinion, Hershey. So if you go in touch and you think, just because I disagreed with you, and what with all this public convenience rights and stuff, it's just an opinion. To you it may be lovely, to me, vile.
Me neither, Richard Suggett. I don't remember the 1960s either.
You don't remember the 1960s?
No.
No, you wouldn't remember the 1960s.
No, neither does Richard Suggett.
I thought Richard Suggett was older than I.
Yay! Hey, Claire. It's one of my girls.
Jeff Jacobs has come and said hi. Hello, Jeff. Lovely to have you on board. Thanks very much for coming along. It's always nice. If you're new here, if you've never come before on the show, do put "I'm new," and people will welcome you with open arms, won't they?
Like that. Well, like that.
Like that. They will decapitate you live on the thing. Have we got another? We've got another topic to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Shame we haven't got a bar of topic. Topic was nice chocolate. Right, here we go. Number 2. Worst... Oh, yes, here we go. Worst household chore. Now then. You're somebody who works in the house. Your husband goes off to work, works very strenuously, so he tells you. And...
you make it sound very 1950s.
It is very 1950s. He goes off to work and you're still at home. You take the kid to school, and then I ring you up and pester you and say, got any ideas for the show? And you go, oh, crikey, have I got to work for you as well? For nothing. And I say, yeah, well, of course, this is 1950s. Oh, choked to death on a Hershey bar. Choked to death on a Hershey bar. I choked to death on a Hershey bar. I'd be careful, someone might cut that out and make it into a meme. Which is good, because I can do a bit of mime. Anyway, Jeff does hospital radio in Cornwall. Oh, does he? That's nice. Well done, Jeff. So, what were we saying? Yes, worst household chore in the 1950s. No, today... What is your worst household chore, lovely Julia?
The household chores.
All of them.
No, but
collectively,
the worst has to be drains and sinkholes.
And how often do you go down your drains and sinkholes? Look at this very serious face there, ladies and gentlemen.
More often than I'd like.
Why? What are you putting down your drain and sinkhole
I
that
have
are blocking it?
long hair, and as much as I can, like, collect it on the wall and gather it up and put it in the bin afterwards.
Collect it on the wall?
Yeah, because otherwise it goes down the sink, and then I've got more junk to try and clean out of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
the sink, the plug hole.
Yeah, I think that's true. Actually, I mean, I have that problem as well. Hair does tend to.
You do.
Oh,
You've really got to watch out for that.
Oh,
the long hair is the worst.
It is. I'm sitting in the bath and I stretch up like this, and all the hair comes out of my arms like this, and it just sort of drops in, fills up the sink. All that chest hair, because of course I've got a very manly chest. It's bushy everywhere, and it clogs everything. So that is a pretty grim job. That is a grim job. Rescuing my poor chest hair out and then realising it's next door's cat. That can be very confusing. What other... Hoovering... Hoovering... I'll just read this quickly. Hoovering causes the dog attacks the hoover and barks at it constantly, says Zoe.
Yeah, that could be a problem with pets, can't it? The vacuum and all that.
What you need, Zoe, is a more powerful hoover, one that sucks the dog right up into the bag, and then and preferably a loud one, so you don't hear the noise of the dog complaining once it's inside. Then at the end of the hooving session, the hooving session, you can get out the heaving dog and just hold him up by the tail and give him a good shake. Do that outside, though, I suggest, or you'll have to repeat the whole operation. What were you going to say? I know I talked over you.
I can't remember.
No, but you were about to read somebody else's interesting...
I think you covered the oven cleaning. Did you mention the coven?
No.
The coven evening?
No, I didn't mention the coven evening. Is that an evening with witches, the coven evening?
Coven leaning.
Oh, the coven leaning.
Is the straight up spoonerism.
Oh, it's lovely. Has anybody ever been sent out to get some oven space? When I was seeing the lovely Harriet... she told me that one of her first jobs was in a kitchen, and one of them were playing a prank on her, and they said, "Oh, can you nip down to the shop?" And they gave her a list of things, and they said, "Oh, and lastly, can you get a tin of oven space, please?" And she said, "Oh, okay." And so she went there, and she asked for oven space. I hope she's not watching, because she'll be highly embarrassed, because she doesn't know I know that. Jonathan says, I wake up this morning with every intention of cleaning the house from top to bottom, then I decide not to bother. It's the thought that counts. Jonathan, I'm not coming round your house, because obviously it's going to be a complete and utter mess.
Well, you've been round my house.
That's true. I didn't want to say that, but I have been round your house.
Strainers in the plug holes, yeah.
Strainers?
That doesn't always work, though, does it?
What is a strainer? Oh, tea strainer.
Well, like a tea strainer, but one that fits the plug holes. You've seen one?
Oh, I know. Yes. Oh, those funny little dimply things with the holes.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought that was a tea strainer.
Funny thing about hair is that it goes straight through it.
Yeah, because it's got holes in it. What you want is a plug.
Even my long curly hair.
That's not very curly.
No, not the most.
Plaited.
It's plaited.
Oh, yeah. It is plaited, ladies and gentlemen. So, is there any other worse jobs? What about a toilet? I would have thought people doing...
Platash.
So people doing, Dynarod. Get Dynarod out. If you can't afford Dynarod and you've got... when you drop your spectacles into the toilet and you've got to fish them out, that's not a very particularly pleasant thing. Or maybe you're cleaning the fish tank and you put the fish into the loo just as a temporary measure, and then you're going downstairs to fill up the tank with clean water, and somebody meanwhile has used the loo and flushed your favourite piranha away. Am I talking rubbish? Yes, it does say there you're talking rubbish, Mr. Vobes. Have you had tea with a stranger? Now, we sort of touched on this yesterday, but the reason that I wanted to talk about that is the lovely Julia and I know she's pretty strange, but there are stranger. And we met a lovely lady who wasn't a stranger after we met her, but she was strange to us, not, weird, but she was strange to us because she watches this show, and I don't know if you're there, Shirley, but she said in an email she enjoys the show very much, and she said, sometime you must pop round for a cup of tea. And I thought to myself, ooh, a free drink, can't resist that. So I said to Julia, come on, we're going to nip round and see this, we're going to mug this old lady. What I meant was we're going to get some of her mugs and have a cup of tea. And we did.
Yep.
And what was she like?
She was absolutely lovely.
She's a lovely lady.
Yes.
and she made us scones or scones, depending on what you say.
You say scones, and I say scones.
Yes, scone and scone. What do you say? Do you say scone or scone? Write it down and we'll know. You have to work on the language on that one. Write it down and you'll... Straight over her head. No idea.
Oh, sorry, I was reading another comment.
Oh, sorry. What was the other comment?
From Alex Whitlock. 4 long hairs in the house. Only 4 long hairs? Well, isn't that not 4 whole heads of long hair? I'm guessing.
4 long hairs.
In the house and never had to do the drains due to hair. Well, lucky devil.
Never had to do the drains...
Well, what brand are these things?
Because they've got 4 hairs. 4 long hairs. I mean, once they probably go quite easily, don't they? Down that drain.
No, I maybe I'm buying rubbish straight.
No, look, Richard Suggett says scone, look. He says, I say scone.
That says scone.
No, it doesn't. It says scone.
It says scone.
No, S-C-O-N-E.
Yep, scone.
Oh, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one.
Yep.
Oh, Linda Kane says scones with an O, as opposed to a P. Scaboon.
Fair enough.
A scone, yes, scone.
Zoe says it my way.
Zoe says scone.
Well, my way.
Zoe says scone. Emily, I nearly said Emile again then.
Yeah,
I held back, Emile.
No Vobesing today on that one.
It was a problem with the bath. Oh, problem with the bath. What, flushing the bath? Very difficult, flushing that bath. You're too kind, Julia, says somebody. I'm with Julia.
Shirley.
Oh, Shirley. Shirley, not.
Julia and Richard.
Are you there, Shirley? Are you there?
It would seem so.
It would seem so. Well, it's brilliant. We had a lovely time. And I meant to mention that Shirley got in touch and she said, thank you very much for coming around. It was lovely to meet me. She didn't actually mention you. She just said it was nice to meet me. That's the way she is. You know.
I'm not surprised, I'm unforgettable.
Yeah.
I mean, I did practically...
What's your name again?
Who's my name? Who am I?
That's who you are. Unforgettable. That's... What was your name? Unforgettable.
Who am I?
Unforgettable. That's who you are.
Oh.
That's your name, Mrs. Unforgettable.
Okay.
Unforgettable. Yeah, so lovely. Thank you very much, Shirley. And do you know what? We're going to pop round again. Yes, now we know where you live. When you're asleep at night, we'll be knocking on that. We'll be sneaking through because we've seen where the family silver is. Oh, yes. You thought you were having a nice cup of tea with us, but actually there was a third one, small little midget chap, who was up the stairs. He was rifling around all through your little drawers and he found all sorts of stuff. So we'll be back.
Well, anyway, so now
Shouldn't really say that. I don't mean.
So now that you're not a stranger, we're inviting ourselves round.
Yeah, we're inviting ourselves. So I don't. I didn't really mean all that business because this could easily be misconstrued because I forget it's actually on the internet and we're not just talking to a small round thing in my back room, which very often it looks like we're just talking to a small round thing in my back room. A camera, in case
I'm just wondering, I mean, is it actually just round? I mean, yeah, that looks round from there, but there's also the long oblong bit at the back.
Well,
and so, it's not technically just a... Yeah, anyway.
No, that's true. Anyway, jam first, Cornish... Oh, now they're talking about the how you have your scones, whether it's Devonshire or whatever. Anyway, let's move on. What is the time, by the way?
I don't know, but how did we switch... notes?
Oh yes, that's right. These are my notes.
These are mine.
These are mine.
My handwriting.
Mine in illegible writing. I used to be a doctor.
Let's see. Terrible writing too.
Oh, terrible writing too. So, when did you last go on a picnic? We've done that. Worst household tea with a stranger. Yes. Oh, right.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Hang on.
What?
I was going to say I've been for tea with a stranger before.
Oh, have you been?
It was a New Year's Eve tea party.
Oh.
In Denmark.
In Denmark?
Yeah.
Tell us a story about tea with a stranger with somebody in Denmark.
Well, when me and my husband were new and were not yet married, we were still...
When you were new?
Yes, our relationship.
Oh, I see, yes, of course.
And we were still very much playing World of Warcraft.
Very much playing what, sorry?
World of Warcraft.
What's that?
It's a very addictive role-play game.
Is that a computer game?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
I've heard of these things. I don't know what they are.
Desktop computer game.
Oh, a desktop computer game.
Well, I suppose you can play it on a laptop
World
too.
of what craft?
World of Warcraft.
Oh, Warcraft. And you're a peace-loving person,
I know it sounds
aren't you?
counter...
Constructive.
Yeah.
Intuitive.
Yeah, intuitive
yes, but you're a peace-loving girl, aren't you?
Yeah, but I mean...
But you like to get on the computer and shoot the hell out of everybody.
Well, no, it appealed to me that no matter how many things, bits of wildlife got killed by players, that they would just spring back up, and it was just like,
if only
relief,
in real life.
because in real life it's really not like that.
So there you are, playing your World of Warcraft.
Yep. Yes,
So
and
what-
we had
so-
friends there that would, because you have guilds and stuff, and you play with, you do raids and stuff. I'm not going to get into detail. Anywho, so yeah, we were invited by another couple who were also playing and were in our guild.
So what? Hang on. You made friends with somebody in the game.
Yes.
Do you see them, or are they like an avatar?
No. Yeah, you see their
Avatar.
their character that they've created.
So in other words, you could see his character could be this delightful hunky young man with a bit like me, with what do you call that 6-pack thing? A pot belly.
A six-pack.
A 6-pack.
Six-pack.
A 6-pack, and big beefy muscles and lovely hair, mane of flowing hair, bronzed, and maybe with one eye or maybe 2 eyes. And you could see the avatar and think, oh yes, he looks very nice, and then turn up and see this monstrous, ugly beast with glasses and one eye.
Oh, heavens above.
And no hair. Runs a little internet channel somewhere and go, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So isn't there a risk? What I'm trying to get at is you can see these people, they're just text talking to you, and then you and your husband go off on a whim to meet these people.
Yeah, maybe so, but by this point we'd been raiding with these people for...
You've been raiding with them?
Yes, for 9 months.
With 9 months you've been raided and never been arrested?
How to explain a universe that you've got no comprehension of is just... Oh my gosh.
Yes, but there's going to be people out there...
I know, there's lots of people out there that have no idea what World of Warcraft...
They just think it's gibberish.
Yeah.
But what I... So
the
had
point
you
is-
exchanged pictures with each other so you knew what they looked
Well,
like?
no, we'd essentially...
real pictures.
We had eventually friended each other on Facebook.
Oh,
and
okay.
things like that.
So you knew that they were... I mean, I was just trying to establish
everything we'd come across there, they were real people as far as we could tell,
And they lived in another country?
Yes, in Denmark.
In Denmark?
Yeah.
So what happened then?
So we flew over.
As you do?
Yeah, along with another couple. And
Oh, you took another couple with you?
well, no, we met them all there.
Oh,
So there was
okay.
basically 3 couples. But the other English couple that went across, the girlfriend, she wasn't a gamer though, so it was a bit... So she
didn't
poor
play the
thing. She
game.
was sat there, and we were all going, "Oh yes, and do you remember when we did such and such, and we beat that dragon or something?" And she was like,
So she'd be like me, sitting there going, sorry, I don't understand. Could you just explain?
"Yeah, I think you probably know more about that sort of stuff than she does." But yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was a great time. We made firm friends with them, and we still talk to them now. And yeah, they came over to visit us shortly after that. But yeah, so we did indeed.
So you have met with strangers on the strength of a game.
I
So
suppose
that's quite interesting.
technically, in a lot of ways, they weren't actually strangers because we did know them. Just we'd never met them.
Yes. Well, it's like with Shirley. She had
Physically.
seen us, but we'd never met her.
Yeah.
In fact, up until she emailed and said, "I like your show," didn't know she existed. Well, I did actually, because she donates, of course. Sorry, Shirley. What I'm saying is, now that I can picture you, because we met you, and it's very nice. Now, when I do one of my podcasts or this show, I can imagine that you're sitting there on your sofa, on your purple sofa, funnily enough, chuckling away. I can imagine that in my mind's eye, which is really nice. So have you... you probably mentioned it because we were too busy talking about our story. Were they all into death metal or something, says Andy Ash?
Some. Not completely. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know why he's asking it, but he is asking it. Never
What is he
played
talking about?
Warcraft, says Pam. Penny says... she's talking to Mark. So that's good. Well, anyway... It'd be interesting if you've ever met somebody, a stranger, and if something, untoward has happened. Perhaps, you were pulled through the window and taken down into the dungeon and put onto a rack and submitted to some awful, terrible, beastie things. Then do contact the authorities. Don't bother to tell us. Tell somebody who actually could do something about it and maybe arrest those people. But if you've got a less mad story, then do let us know. Which is always good. So, what's our next topic? What's the time, Mr. Wolf? It's only 20 to 9. We've still
Really?
got another 20 minutes to fill.
Oh.
No, I'm not. When I say to fill, what I meant was, he says, thinking on his feet, please get me out of this hole I've just dug and nothing's coming. So what is the next topic?
The next topic is the longest bus journey you've ever taken.
Oh, the longest bus journey. Now, when I thought this idea of a bus journey, I also thought that it could include coaches. Now, I know people go on.
Sorry, Kevin Hall just said he met two strangers a few months ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you've done there. I see. Yes, I know what you're doing
Strange strangers.
Strangers. Yes,
Really
thanks,
weird
Kevin.
ones.
So when I was talking about bus journeys, I could also add coaches in, because some people go on these long coach journeys. And now, to me, a coach journey is a place to go and throw up all over the person in front of you or the person behind you or actually near you, because I can't tolerate sitting on a bumpy old coach for any length of time. Any length. Noted. So yeah.
I can't handle vomit.
And well, I can't handle it. This is why I expel it. I don't like the vomit.
If I hear it, smell it, see it, any of those, any combination of, I'll join in.
You join in. So well, that's interesting to know. We can have a vomit fest.
It was interesting having a sickly baby.
Well, right.
Well,
so,
not sickly, but he was always
well, babies
sick.
are sickly, aren't they?
Yeah.
To a degree.
To a certain degree. No, he was particularly refluxy.
Really what?
Refluxy.
Oh, refluxy. So how did you cope with that? So your little baby was sitting on you like this, little baby, sitting on my little shoulder, and it went like this, and you take one look at
it would have been like Exorcist. Yeah, this is pleasant.
So then what would you do?
Yeah, I'd rush as quickly as I can to a bucket or something to try and make as little mess as possible, and then did a lot of cleaning.
So your
and
worst
then some
job,
more cleaning. Was,
your worst job there must have been cleaning the sick.
Yeah.
Never mind hair in the thing. You see, we get to the truth, ladies and gentlemen, in this show. We do get to the truth. There she was going, hair. Got hair in the gate.
But now he's not a sickly baby or sicky baby.
Oh yes, okay, fair enough.
The problem's gone.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and neither of us drink, so we never get heinously drunk and well, we do drink, but
yeah, you drink cups of tea and things. Yeah, I've seen you.
Tea fiends.
Yeah, there we go. So what is the longest bus journey then?
Longest bus journey I've done would be from Portsmouth to East Worthing, I think. And that was a replacement train journey.
Yeah, you see, they're dodgy, aren't they? The replacement train. You think you're going for a train and you get a bus.
Well, actually, the bus was more comfortable than the train I'd been on, so I wasn't complaining that day. Plus, I saw a lot more places that I wouldn't have normally seen.
And did it take as long or longer?
Oh, it took longer.
Yeah.
But that day I didn't mind.
All right.
I was quite chill.
Good.
For a change.
Marv. So what about you guys? What's the longest bus journey you've done? I totally avoid long National Express journeys now, says Mark. I'd be interested to know that. When I was at college, says Zoe, we went by coach to Austria skiing for a week. Oh, wow. That is a long one. That is a long one. And when I was about 16, we went on a coach for our family holiday to Spain. And she says that is a long journey. What part of Spain, though? Because it could have been just, North Spain, like Bilbao or somewhere. But was it down at, Alicante or somewhere down there? Or on the, what's the name of the rock?
Gibraltar.
Yeah, what's the name of Gibraltar? Oh, Gibraltar, yeah, that's all right. Which, of course, is Gibraltar is technically ours, isn't it? But they want it back.
Yeah, something like that.
You'd think, actually, I always thought, if people wanted that rock back, couldn't someone, just like go to somewhere like Snowdonia, hack a bit off and take that bit down and just put another one next to it and say, here, you can have that one, another rock. Or go to Brighton, you get some nice sticks of rock at Brighton and you could just rename it somehow, put Gibraltar in. I wonder if Gibraltar has its own rock with its writing on, or if you go to Gibraltar and you get the lawnmower out and just skim the top of it, does it say Gibraltar on it? Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You
never know unless you go and skim the top with
a lawnmower. Skim the top with a lawnmower, ladies and gentlemen, at Gibraltar. You could try it anywhere, really. Anywhere where there's rock, like black rock. That's nice. I don't know where black rock is off the top of my head. There must be some black rock somewhere in the UK. And the Rocky Mountains, you could do that. Take the lawnmower over there. Don't do a hover mower, because a hover mower by default only hovers over it and you'll never get in there. It's poke.
Well, I don't know how else to get your attention.
No, that's fine. Ring the bell like everybody else.
This is the anti-flappy mouth button.
Yes, okay.
Maybe.
And anti-flappy mouth, zip.
This mouth wants to flap a second. Elaine Brazier says, Uncle drove London coach, passenger dead when reaching the destination.
Uncle drove a passenger dead?
Uncle drove a London coach. And there was a passenger dead when she reached the destination.
Oh.
When they reached the destination.
That's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if they haven't paid yet. Excuse me, mate. Hello? Don't die on me now. Don't do the old, I'm sorry, I've got a return ticket, have I? What do you do with somebody who died on a boat, on a bus? It's very curious.
It's kind of strange that nobody kind of noticed. I suppose people go to sleep.
Well, it depends on the length of the journey. If it was a very long journey, the smell would get to you eventually, wouldn't it?
Well, if it was a hot day.
On a hot day, the corpse lying there like that, and the buzzards coming through, banging on the window. That could be, go away, and the buzzards are banging, pecking, and then you get the ravens all coming round and round, circling, and you'd be going, what is all this? Uncle, what's going on? Don't keep sleeping there. God, blimey. You've slumped and you've fallen on the door, like on the floor. Sorry, just a moment. Ooh, says Zoe.
I think they're talking.
Yeah, they're talking to themselves. That's it. There is a black rock in the Peak District. That's exactly where I was thinking. That was the very place, Kevin. That was the one. Skim it with a lawnmower and see if it says Black Rock on it. It's bound to. It's bound to say it. Sorry, I can't pay you. I'm dead. Yes, it's a very poor excuse. Everyone will be trying that. Try that next time you go on the trains, ladies and gentlemen. Just go up and they say, excuse me, sorry, your ticket isn't valid for this. So I died. I died 3 stops ago. What do you mean you died? You look perfectly well. No. This is just I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. Prove it. Prove that I'm not a ghost. Well, I can't put my hand through. Oh, well, I'm a solid ghost.
This may be a stupid question.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It probably is, coming from my mouth.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Yep, that's the one.
I'm on a bus with a dead person.
Poison. Didn't Juliet take a poison to make her appear dead?
Oh, yeah, she did. And then
Is
Romeo...
that a real... Is that a real thing?
Is that a real thing?
Is it, though?
That's what happened in the... You've given the plot away now. Romeo
for
didn't.
shame.
Yes, Juliet was in love with Romeo. Romeo was in love with Juliet, and then Juliet thought that Romeo was never going to go and kiss her or something, and so she said, "Oh,
I cannot do this no longer. I really can't. I've had it.
So she went and found somebody who had some death potion. Said,
Here, got any death potion?
"Yes, I've got death potion, all right. It's called PLJ. It's very nice. Try it." So she drank that, and she goes,
Oh my. Oh my.
"No, wait a minute. She faked her death, didn't she?
Yes, that's the point of the poison.
Juliet.
It just slowed down her heartbeat.
Yeah, she wasn't
Made her
actually
appear
dead. And then Romeo comes along and he goes, silly girl.
And then he kisses her lips.
Silly girl.
And gets poison on him. And then he goes.
He goes, here, darling, get up, darling. We got to go down a disco. And she's lying there like some fish, And he's going, oh, what tender lips I see before me. I will have to snog 'em. So, and I'm doing this, because I'm doing this in all Old English, of course, you appreciate that. Doing it this is in thespian language. And so Romeo then goes, oh, darling, I'll have to kiss you, give you the kiss of life. And he goes, like that, great big smacker thing on her. And she's going, oh. And he's, oh my God.
Oh, my elbow.
Oh, my elbow, she says. Oh, my elbow. You've kissed the wrong thing on my funny bone. You're right.
It's not funny though, is it?
You hurt.
I'm fine.
What did you do?
I'm fine. I just cracked it right on the corner.
And so then what happened to Juliet? Well, then he goes off and he tops himself, doesn't he? He goes off to Beachy Head, if I remember.
So now you're completely spoiling the whole show for everybody.
Well, I'm sure people have seen it. He goes off to Beachy Head and he discovers that the funicular railway's not running. Oh, he's under Hastings. The funicular railway's not running, and he goes, sod this. And he gets he's got a foil, hasn't he? He's got one of them, because he's been fighting, with a foil. And they've all got that red dot on the end. You notice they've all had that red dot so you don't actually hurt yourself.
Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Get back. I'm Romeo. Click, clack, click, clack. One for all, and all for one. And I'm D'Artagnan too.
Click, clack, click, clack. And he's doing all this click, clack. Anyone would think he was a train. Anyway, and he goes, no, I'm singing in the rain with his tap shoes. Sorry, I just had a moment of absolute... And so he tops himself. Juliet wakes up and goes, stupid boy. And then she garrots herself, doesn't she, with a hairpin. Anyway, wasn't the idea to fake the death, to trick the family so they could run off? He thinks that she can't carked it and stabs himself, bloody teenager. Yeah, not much changes, really. So Shakespeare's quite right, isn't he? A roll of tin foil. Exactly.
Click, clack, get back. Romeo. No, I'm Romeo. Julie.
Who was the nasty one in the... Doesn't matter. Let's pick another subject. I'm just seeing me dancing about on the screen on the delayed replay.
And me faffing about looking down.
Whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, please don't show this show to children. It will scare them. They'll think, that bald man, he's flapping about like this. He needs to go and see a psychiatrist. What's the next point of topic here on the Vobes show, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're enjoying it, by the way. And you haven't called 999 to have us taken away.
Should we skip straight to that one?
Yes, you announce it.
Okay.
Because I've done too much.
Have you bought or grown any heritage fruit and veg?
Now, I haven't, not for a long time.
And there's another thing I forgot to bring.
And you've only just twigged. And twigs wasn't it, by the way. Wasn't twiglets. Heritage, what do we mean by heritage fruit and veg? Lovely Julia. Yeah, just spit it out, love. What do we mean? What, fish out of water?
Basically it's fruit and veg that were almost
it's really
lost,
old and rank.
that were almost lost to time. Like, carrots were not originally orange. They would have been white, purplish, and another colour I can't remember.
One of the colours of the spectrum, I think you'll find it is, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
one of the colours.
One of those colours, but not orange.
Not orange.
Orange is a.
It was something to do with the Dutch and a
Duke
political...
of Orange, wasn't it? Your husband said, he told us, put us straight. We were debating this.
I've read it up since, and there was more to it. It wasn't actually the Duke of Orange. It was
the Duke of Yellow.
It was the orange carrots were a protest against him and for the royal family. Oh, I can't remember now.
Steve
It's all
Pilfold
just
says
rubbish.
purple carrots. Yes. Purple carrots. I've had purple potatoes, actually. I have had purple potatoes. They didn't taste any different from ordinary potatoes, except they were purple. Now, you had purple carrots, because we found those at middle... Oh, you've had it? Yeah, we are. We haven't quite got it, but we might have a photo, ladies and gentlemen, on her phone.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's your phone, isn't it? How will I know? So we went to Middle Farm, and they had a whole range of beautifully presented vegetables, as you imagine, because it's a farm shop. And they're charging a hell of a lot more than normal. And so we looked at that, and then there was this funny-looking shriveled thing. And she said, "What's that?" And I said, "I have no idea."
Looking shriveled thing. Were you looking in a mirror?
Yes, I did my flies up, and it was fine. So After that, we looked into the basket in front of us and we said, "What is that? That funny-looking shriveled thing, this purpley thing."
I'm going to show him.
You show them. There we are. Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know how well you can see. Oh, there you go.
There we are. Look, it looks black there, but it wasn't black. It was purple. It was as purple as Julia's hair, which actually looks quite blue.
I wish I'd taken more photos of them as they were cooking and stuff like that. But it was really cool seeing the purple leak.
We cooked them.
Out. Yes.
Now, I can't remember. Did you didn't peel them, did you?
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, you did peel them. I couldn't remember because I popped round for dinner because occasionally I'm allowed to eat round
for the
there.
Sunday roast, wasn't it?
For the Sunday roast, because if I'm a good boy, and she said, "Oh, do you want to stay for lunch?" Or Christmas meal, or whatever it was, and wasn't Christmas meal? I don't know where that came from.
Sunday rice. Sunday rice.
Sunday rice, and we were having purple carrots. But the thing was, they don't taste any different. But are they better for you? That's the thing. Are they more healthy?
I have no idea.
Good. Well, I'm glad we've got that topic
Me
well
too.
And truly researched for the show. Good evening, says Dave Baker. That's a right cheeky, surely. Orange on the inside. No, they weren't orange on the inside. They're purple all the way through.
Throughout.
And in fact, the purple colour came out and stained you.
Yes.
So you should see Julia at night. Not that I've never seen, but she did go to Glastonbury, and I remember when we were at Glastonbury, you came down to my room one night because you were a bit scared because there were spiders, and you said spider in my room. But she came down and she had purple carrots all in her hair, curled up like that, because she goes to bed with curlers. You would not believe it, ladies and gentlemen, but it's absolutely true. Would I lie to you? Never. And she came, she knocked on there and said this, and I said, "I'm not going anywhere near spiders." And she said, "Oh, I just thought I'd let you know because I've got them here and you might want them." I said, "I don't want them." She had all these curlers, and because I thought they were curlers, genuine curlers, but later, when we saw the carrots at Middle Farm, she revealed to me the true utterances that that's what she does. She puts them in her hair at night. I feel sorry for Chaz, your husband, who has to put up with all these carrots, because, as you're sort of like lying there like this, the hair flops about with these carrots, and he's like snoring away, and he wakes up with a great big carrot in his gob. I do feel sorry for him, but
apparently orange carrots were widely popularised for being healthier due to more carotene or something like that.
Carotazine.
You might have spelled that wrong. He says, I don't know.
Oh right.
But,
I don't know how they managed to change the colour.
Well, it's through genetic modification has been done for hundreds of years at least, and that's just from the cutting and. Yeah, I really don't know.
Well, I'm glad we've got that sorted.
Richard Suggett would be able to explain
Richard Suggett knows all about it, so read his notes. Richard Suggett is writing a new thesis, actually. He's writing a book, a 7-volume book. It's called The Naked Gardener and the Purple Carrot, which, to be honest with you, does sound a bit of a dodgy book. I would be careful when you order that through Amazon, if I was you. If I was you. And luckily I'm not you. I am a human being, not a tree. He says there's a myth that carrots help you see in the dark comes from ... Yes, comes from. And that's where the myth comes from having the carotazine, as opposed to the look of the the lovely Julia's face just says time for the gallery. And I think you're right. I think that's very true. I think it's time for the gallery. I think the Vobes has had too much PLJ for one evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the gallery...
PLJ. I just realised... Does that sound like TLJ?
Pure lemon juice.
Yes, pure lemon juice.
Pure lemon juice. Not TLJ. TLJ is the lovely Julia. PLJ... It's a thing. It's a real thing. It doesn't look like
lemon juice.
Right, we'll try it.
Okay. It looks like water, but is mostly water, but not fully.
That
was interesting.
It's a very sharp, isn't it? It's a very sharp
Did you like my review there?
Yeah, that was very good.
It was not at all the worst.
I think a new feature in the show, ladies and gentlemen, is I get something in a glass and you try it.
Fair enough.
And it could be anything.
We have 2 minutes to do the gallery.
Oh my goodness! Right, time for the gallery.
We need a new dance.
Yeah, we do need a new dance. So in the gallery tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here is a picture that was sent in. It's not actually on the group, by the way, but this was emailed to me, or not emailed to me, but it was messaged to me by somebody who watches on YouTube, and he goes by the name of That Chris, and he says this was at Coniston Hall. And he said, please will you put it up? I love watching your show. I don't like Facebook, but I watch it on YouTube, and he'd get a big kick of hearing his name. So there we go, Chris. That Chris on YouTube. It's very kind of you. We got Sharon Brown here. They're in the Malverns at the moment, on the Malverns Hills, and she's doing the special dance that she does. Every time she gets to the top of a hill, she does this, I've got to the top of the hill dance, which is great. So lovely to see you there doing the Irish jig, or some sort of jig. Maggie Walters, on the other hand, she is walking in the woods. She didn't say what woods, but I'm assuming that they're near her at Lempster. They do look very nice. Is that wild garlic? Or is it Triffids?
Can't really tell from...
No, we can't tell. What do we know?
She did... Oh, yeah, no, I can't remember.
No, good. Dean Rhodes has got what he calls Digitales grandiflora. I don't know what that means, Digitales grandiflora.
Digitalis was the type of flower he had shown in the first picture.
Oh, okay, I didn't pick that one out. This is I guess it's a stone hair, is it? And
yeah,
I notice you've got
cute.
a hair in your garden.
Yeah.
Well, you've got several on your head.
I've got quite a lot on my head.
Yeah, they're probably nibbling at the carrots at the moment. So Cynthia Walder has been to Chichester Marina. We showed a bit of the video with Kevin Hall yesterday, and that's a little picture from their photo collection that they did whilst they were out there, which looks all very nice. Colin Brown has been out on a boat looking at the wind farm. And while he says, like it or loathe it, you've got to appreciate the engineering, which is very true. I do appreciate the engineering, although I actually am not so keen on that. Oh, did we put that up? Did we do that?
I don't know. That's why I'm holding it out in front of you, so you can see that we need to do it still.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Tom Crawford has got El Courgetto's Last Stand. Viva la Resolution. resolution, or I can't remember what that says.
Well,
resistance.
Resistance.
Vive la resistance. And that, of course, is... I don't think that is a courgette. I think it's a melon.
It's a marrow,
isn't it? A marrow, yes. I have a marrow tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Something
tomorrow.
And before we go, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all that. We've had fun getting through it. We have had something in the post. Guess what it might be?
It wants to come... Yeah.
Let me wind it up. There we go. It's a postcard. Yes, that's... we had card, ladies and gentlemen, but we are in a postcard society. A time when we no longer use card. There used to be pre-card, and now there's postcard. And I've milked that joke quite long enough. Lovely Julia, TLJ, not PLJ. What does it say, TLJ?
It says, to the Bold Explorer Group. Wish you were here. Beautiful scenery, lovely weather. From group members Judith Oakley, well, you're admin as well, Judith, and Rob Spalding. Like, she needs to be reminded she's an admin.
Yeah, like
she gets
reminded.
pestered every time.
And where is it? What does it say on the front? Where's it from?
It's from Lyme Regis.
Lyme Regis. Lyme Regis.
I like Lyme Regis.
Lyme Regis is lovely. It's down in Dorset on the Jurassic Coast. There was a woman,
Mary Anning.
Mary Anning, went round picking up.
She was the first to really find the fossils and stuff, and
isn't there a famous rhyme?
Yes, because she used to sell the fossils on the seashore. So she sells seashells on the seashore was, I believe, written about her.
Ah, she sells seashells on the seashore.
I have a fondness for Lyme Regis. I took my first trip
Who
away.
was Peter Piper named after then? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. If Peter Piper picked a piece of pickled pepper, which peck of pickled pepper did Peter Piper pick?
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
And what about the felt one? Do you know the felt one?
Felt one?
Of all the felt I've ever felt, I've never felt a piece of felt that felt like that felt.
No?
You should try it sometime. It's all good fun. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, bung it up on the thing. Bung it up. Wait, which one are you going to bung it up on?
There was also Daisy.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy because I'm called Richard Vobes.
Of you.
Yes, it won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. Ladies and gentlemen, we do singing requests. Send them in. The next time the lovely Julia is in, we will sing them.
If you're unfortunate.
Yes. That will be the sure way of losing an audience. Mm-hmm. However, we're 2 minutes over the budget now. Give us a shout out to Richard on your show, please, says Mark Selwood. To Jeff. Oh, hello, Jeff. All right, Jeff. How you doing? Whoever Jeff is. Which is great. Peter Vines. Hello, Peter Vines. He's saying Lyme Regis. Thanks very much. We've got to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute hoot. Back again tomorrow. Are you coming in tomorrow? No. Oh, sorry. I said that rather sharply then, didn't I?
Yeah, I wasn't due to.
It wasn't due to?
Oh, can't.
Oh.
Husband's got stuff to do.
Oh, husband. You know what it is to have a husband. Luckily, I don't have a husband.
Oh, yes. No, you don't want one of those.
No, I don't.
You do?
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
No, I haven't got limps. Anyway, before I get myself...
Haven't got what?
No, I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go, but it's very nice to see you. Maybe you come back on Thursday.
Yeah, maybe I'll come back on Thursday.
Thursday. It's always a good day on Thursday. So, ladies and gentlemen...
When you hear this music...
It means, of course, that the lovely Julia, the TLJ, has to be on her way. And so we thank you very much for coming along and joining us on the Vobes show tonight. Thank you so much. It's been absolute hoot. Thanks for all the messages and all the comments and all that sort of nonsense. But we have to go.
TTFN.
So TTFN, ta-ra, and bye-bye for now.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Have good evening.
And good evening.
Good night.
Good day, good night. And good... No, I didn't say that. I didn't.
No, good riddance.
I didn't.
Good riddance.
Yes, good riddance. Good grief. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care. Bye.